I want to show you a case came into my pharmacy, and we have a 5-month-old who was exposed to scalding liquid. She had second-degree burns on her face. My staff was just about crying. I mean, they were just coming apart. And we made a sterile bacitracin and ophthalmic ointment because the burn center had been debriding this patient, and they wanted to be sure if she got it in her eyes, she wouldn't have a problem. Well, on the way out the door, I handed the physician father a small tube of a Pracasil silicone polymers base that is a new base from PCCA. And then I began to call PCCA about how we could help this child. Well, AJ, one of the consultants, and I worked up a really sophisticated formulation, and we had it ready. It took us, because of the holiday and so forth, it took us about 7 days to get everything prepared. And the child came back in with the father to get this. This was 8 days later. And this is what we had. Again, my staff came out. I went through about 2 boxes of Kleenexes. The father was just absolutely blown away. And we were too. So PCCA brings this type of technology and these types of products to do what I love to do best. And this is why I am a compounding pharmacist. This is what thrills me about being able to help a patient.
My second doctor, he said that all he could do for me as far as the scarring was microdermabrasion. And he said that he couldn't even do that at the moment because my scars were still too firm, and I would just end up irritating them and making them even redder and more noticeable. So what he had actually recommended was that I get on this intense facial cream plan. There was creams, there were washes, there were masks. It was probably about 7 different creams to use per day. So for a month's worth, it was about $900 for all the different creams. And then, times 3 is just ridiculous. And so I couldn't afford it. So I wasn't able to do anything about it. And I was super sad because I don't, want to have scars. I feel like Frankenstein. So I went to a pharmacist and I talked to them and I said, hey, is there something you can do? And they came back with a Pracasil compound. It had mostly Pracasil and then I guess a couple other drugs in it. We noticed results within a week. It was so great. I can't even express how happy I am because I hadn't seen results like that before. I have scars right where my eyebrows start, and those scars are always been really raised and really, really thick, really firm. Even though I had steroid shots and everything, I remember him saying that those scars probably weren't going to go down unless they were surgically removed, and even still, that would probably just irritate them. Both doctors told me that. And within a week, they had softened and lowered, and you can feel it. It doesn't even feel like there was a scar there. It feels like just normal person skin, which is really cool, being normal. On the 3rd week, I got 2 compliments in one day on my complexion, which just blew my mind, and my confidence was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna keep using this just within a couple of weeks. That it's doing so much for my skin and my scars that I've been working on for years, trying to make the scars go away, and within a couple of weeks, someone's already saying, hey, your complexion's looking really good right now. And I know it sounds kind of lame to say, but it's literally changed my life. It made me so happy. I thought I would never have a chance to look like a normal person. People were always going to see me and, see those scars. And now people look at me and they're like, whoa, hey, your skin looks really good. What are you doing? It's really nice. It's cool.